Hi, Tiffany. This is Margie. I want to respond to your post. I really liked the part in your post when you talked about the life cycle. You said when we're born, you're a baby, and you need detailed care and close watching, and then you grow up and develop so that you can grow up and develop properly. Then, as a child, you stumble and learn. As an adolescence, you find identity. As a young adult, you find your way. As an adult, you begin to create a family, and when you are elderly, you return back to the infant state. That reminded me of the saying, once an adult, twice a child. And that is so true. We are only adults once, but we are children twice. Well, we have children like behaviors twice. I don't want to call an elderly person a child because they'd be very offended. But you're so true. Once an adult, twice a child. Um, One of the things that I've learned that as people get older and once they retire, it is said that if they don't plan their retirement, that people die within 18 months. And that's why it's so important for young people to think about retiring. Although they're young, they can put things in place now to think about what will they do when they retire. And as retired folks, we grieve. We grieve. We have a lot of losses during that time. We have a loss of our independence. And as I work with the elderly, they really think they are really grown. They want to do things that they cannot do. They can't drive. When I see an elderly person, this could be awful. When I see an elderly person driving down the road, I will just back up and just give them the whole road. But for some elderly people, they do grieve. They lose their health, they lose their independence, and some of the things we talked about that they will need assistance in their old age, and they just don't like that. But we can still treat them with dignity and respect. One of the things that grandparents or older people used to do before the virus is that they would go to the hospital and they would just rock the little babies. I think they call it some kind of grandparent program. They would rock the little babies and just keep them, well, just rock them. The babies keeping the grandparents company, and the grandparents are keeping the babies company. And I guess the main thing is that we really need to, as we get elderly, and if our health holds up, we really do need to plan what we're going to do in our retirement. Let's see. I see that you said that you work with an elderly group and go to the nursing home. I remember I'm in a sorority, and we used to go to, before this virus stuff kicked on, we used to go to the VA hospital. We used to go to the VA hospital and work with the elderly at the VA hospital. We used to play cards with them. They used to cheat all the time. We used to play cards with them, and we just keep them company. Another program that I thought was really neat, and I see it a lot on TV, is that the elderly really do love pets. When you go to the nursing home, they really do enjoy the pets coming, and that's very comforting for them. If we live long enough, all of us at some point in our lives will be an elderly person. And I really like the analogy you talked about in the whole life cycle. And I just want to add to that again, once an adult and twice a child. Take care.